Hey everyone, welcome to the second video of the series Bash. In this short video, I will talk about setting up your terminal and Bash. The goal of this video is not to try to understand everything there is to know about configuring Bash and your terminal, but rather just try to get your terminal and Bash to a usable state. This is because the default configuration for Bash and terminal can be quite unfriendly, so I always found it pretty intimidating and hard to use for beginners that are just getting into programming. If your computer runs on Mac or some sort of a Linux distro, the chances are you probably already have terminal and Bash installed. So unless you're running Windows, you can skip the next minute of the video. If you have a Windows computer, you probably don't have Bash and terminal installed, so we're going to have to do some extra steps to get them installed. So if you have a Windows computer, go to the description of this video where you'll see a link to, it's called gitforwindows.org. If you click the link, you'll end up on some page that looks like this. Let's go to the downloads section and you'll get to this page. If you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see the git 64bit.exe. So what's important is that it's 64 bits and it ends in .exe. Now there is a chance that if your computer is really old, you might need to download the 32-bit exe instead of 64. So if the 64 doesn't work, give the 32 a try. So now let's just go ahead and download it. And after it downloads, you can double click what's downloaded and just follow along the installer. You can just use the basic default configurations of the boxes that are checked and options that are there. It should be fine. Now we are done with the Windows installation of Bash and terminal. So if you're using Linux and Mac, you can pick up from this point. If you go to the description of this video, you'll see a link to a website called gitlab.com. And if you click it, it'll take you to a page that looks like this. This is like a second homepage for my YouTube channel. Everything that I type, whether it be code or commands, they will all be here. And the idea is that hopefully you don't have to worry about whether what you're typing is exactly the same as what I'm typing, because you can go to this website and see exactly what I'm writing. With that, let's click on the episode 2 Bash setup, and this is what we will be using for today's video. And as you can see, you can drag and copy and paste, so keep that in mind as we go forward. And now that we're done with all the boring setup and installations, let's go ahead and open up Terminal. When you open it up, it will probably look something like this. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this video is not about understanding things, so let's not worry about why your name is there or what these texts mean. Let's just follow along the video so that we can set your Bash and terminal up so that we can do the understanding in future videos. First thing we're going to do is we're going to type this command. Oh, and keep in mind that this command is on the GitLab website. So you can see that when I type echo $0, it printed something that ends with Bash. So what really matters is that it ends with Bash. It doesn't really matter what follows before. This basically confirms that we are running Bash in this terminal and not some other language. If you typed echo $0 and it did not say Bash, let's run bash -- login. This tells your terminal to start running Bash now. If you run echo $0 again, you should now see something that ends with Bash. Now we are going to make this terminal a bit prettier. Let's go back to the GitLab website in the description of this video and click on the .bash profile. Then let's click on the download button on the right here. What this does is it will download this file to your computer, to the downloads folder. Let's go back a page and copy this command at the bottom that reads something like cat squiggly downloads, and copy and paste this into your terminal and hit enter. Now when you run bash -- login again to run Bash, your terminal should look something like this. And that's it for today's video. Now that we are done with the most basic setup processes, we can start focusing on actual programming concepts in the next video. Thank you for watching.